There was a lot of things that played in my mind, man. I thought I was really holding my son, and I thought he was dead.
A traumatic experience for a Rochester family. The 12-year-old boy involved in this hit and run is fighting for his life tonight. Elijah's father tells us he is in a coma. This happened early yesterday morning on Avenue D and Baumann Street. New tonight, Marcia Augustin spoke with Elijah's dad, who was there when his son was hit. Now, Marcia, what did he say about that moment?
That's right, Nikki, and let's go over the video of the crash. Elijah's dad, Brian, says that driver got out of the car and walked up to him and did not try to help. Instead, the driver said something that Brian couldn't believe.
When he got out of the car, I thought he was coming over to check on my son and make sure everything was good. I looked up at him and he said, "Yo, the dude just hit my car. What the is your problem?"
Brian says he couldn't believe the words coming out of that driver's mouth. He looked at him, and the driver went back to the car and drove off. Brian says that broke his heart. His message to that driver:
if you're in the right, you're in the wrong. It's a child you hit. Dude, turn yourself in, man, because it's a game that you're going to be playing. Hiding and everything is not right.
His son in the hospital in a coma.
He has fractures all over his brain. One of the bigger fractures is in the front of his brain and is resting on a vein. And he also has a chip in his hip.
Doctors say this may affect his personality and behavior. His mom says Elijah has so much life to live. He's an outgoing kid and helps everyone.
He has literally tubes coming out of him. He has several IVs in different places. He has at least 10 bags hanging up on the IV lines. It's sad.
Brian says he works long hours, and with Elijah in school, they haven't spent a lot of father and son time. Now that Elijah is on spring break, he wanted to take advantage of that and decided to go for a quick ride to the store.
I know it's late. I know it's the Rochester and all that, but I know he doesn't really get out of the house, and you know what I mean? I want to give him that time for him to spend with me and to get out of the house sometimes.
Elijah's mom says he may have lost control of the bike while turning the corner, but Brian says that driver was speeding. He remains focused on his son's recovery and wants people to pay attention, especially while driving.
Please just pay more attention to what you guys are doing, me, myself included. If it's an accident, you know, hey, stuff happens sometimes, especially if it's not your fault, you know, but I just wish people would just, you know, hold accountability on yourselves.
Now, yesterday, RPD told us that Elijah was in satisfactory condition, but as you can see, he is in a coma like his family mentioned. They are keeping the faith that he will be okay and are asking for prayers, Nikki.
Thank you, Marcia. Mayor Malik Evans speaking out about this hit and run. He is calling on the community to help identify that driver.
I hope that people will turn him in. And maybe he was afraid, maybe he wasn't, but I don't think that was the case because he saw what he did, he knew what he did, and he decided to leave.
If you have information on the driver, call 911.